Hi there, my darling Geminis. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to your reading for the week of July the 14th, 2025. So, my darling Geminis, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the wisdom of the Oracle. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using the Night Wake Tarot, and then move on to final messages for my Angel Answer cards. All right, my darling Geminis, what messages does Gemini need to know for the week of July the 14th, 2025? What does Gemini need to know? Go the distance, my darling Geminis. So, yeah, I feel that this is kind of a card of, what's the card? The Nine of Wands, which is that you're almost there. You're almost at the finish line. You know, that just keep going, that perseverance type of card, my darling Gemini. So I feel you're being encouraged this week to just, keep going. So let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Geminis. Oops, oh, too many there. Just dropped the whole lot. Too many. I wasn't feeling that. All right, my darling Geminis, what messages have we got coming in for you? Nine of Swords, Four of Cups, Knight of Swords. Alrighty. Make sure they're all in view. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I will intuitively put the reading together. So you start off here with the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is a card of never-ending nightmare. It's a card of anxiety and worry. So clearly, my darling Geminis, you've been in that energy of worrying about something, of, sleepless nights. My darling Geminis, I'm encouraging you to let that go, because from what I see here is that it's stopping you from moving forward, my darling Geminis. So you need to find an outlet for that worry, that anxiety. Maybe do a meditation, maybe do some kind of cord cutting. If this is to do with, a person, place, thing, there are plenty of meditations on YouTube that tell you how to release, things that release worry, release anxiety. So I'm encouraging you, sorry, my voice, I'm still a bit sick. I'm getting over it, but yes, excuse me. So yeah, I feel that you're being encouraged here to just release this anxiety and worry, my darling Geminis, because it's not serving you at all. It's holding you back. Because then you've got the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups here is that card of, what's happened here is she's focused. These three cups here are disappointments. This is a card of being, looking at what you've done and not being happy with it, my darling Geminis. So whether this is what's causing you that anxiety and worry, is it that you're so focused here on what hasn't worked out that you've got this Nine of Swords worry, anxiety, that's causing you to miss out on this opportunity that is coming in for you, my darling Geminis. And I feel it's coming in quickly with the Knight of Swords there. The Knight of Swords is fast energy. So I feel that you need to not be so focused on what hasn't worked out for you, because what happens is, that's the law of attraction. What you focus on, you manifest. So what you think about, you bring about, my darling Geminis. So if you're focused on what hasn't worked out, you're going to get more of what hasn't worked out. You need to focus on potential, possibility. You need to release the worry, release the anxiety, my darling Geminis, because you're getting more of that because you're so focused on it. And what's happening here is another opportunity coming in for you. And I feel with the Knight of Swords here that it's going to come in fast. So the Knight of Swords is that I don't know if you've seen the traditional tarot, but the Knight of Swords, this horse, he is running like a bat out of hell. He is stressed, my darling Geminis. And, the rider is, they're flying. So I'm feeling off this Knight of Swords for you, my darling Geminis, that this is coming in quick for you. That if you do not release what you're focusing on, which hasn't worked out for you, you're going to miss it because it's coming in so fast. You blink and you miss it is the word that popped into my head, my darling Geminis. So, like I said, this knight here, he is flying. He's not moving in this depiction of the Knight of Swords, but in the traditional Knight of Swords, that, like I said, that horse is running like a bat out of hell, my darling Geminis. And I just feel for you that this is coming in quickly. So be focused on what potential is, my darling Geminis. Because what I'm drawn to too is this knight, this horse is flying, this cheetah here is flying. So I feel that that's significant. Something is happening quickly here, my darling Geminis, and you're being encouraged to go the distance. You're being encouraged to keep going, my darling Geminis, and not give up. Release this anxiety and worry. Be more focused on what your potential could be rather than what hasn't worked out, because you're going to get more of that. What you focus on, you bring about, my darling Geminis. So focus on the potential here, because this is going to come in quickly and you're going to miss it if you're too bogged down with this anxiety and worry, my darling Geminis. And I feel that you kind of will, because you've got the go the distance card here. You're being encouraged to keep going, keep moving forward, leave behind what is no longer serving you, my darling Geminis, and take charge. Take this horse by the reins and fly forward. Go the distance, my darling Geminis. That's what I feel is coming in for you this week. Pretty straightforward message, my darling Geminis. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I am very active and interactive in the comments. So, if you can see something else here that I'm missing, you're a reader yourself, drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Let's start a dialogue about what could be happening here for Gemini. So, yeah, and please help my channel to thrive by subscribing. All right, my darling Geminis, let's get final messages for you. Peaceful resolution, yeah. I feel that you need to put this behind you in order for there to be a peaceful resolution. Yep, there could be helpful people around you, so ask for help if you need it, my darling Geminis. Some romance even, which is nice. I mean, romance is always, love is always open to us. So, take what you need. A year from now, they say, yeah, you'll choose a new direction. But I feel it's important for you to stay on your path at this moment in time, my darling Geminis, to release what is no longer serving you, to release that anxiety and worry and, go the distance, my darling Geminis. So if you'd like to follow this up with a personal reading, the first link in the description will take you to my website. I'd love to dig deeper into this. I feel that there is, there's more to that Four of Cups, I feel, than what I'm getting just in this reading for you, my darling Geminis. So, I'd love to be able to connect with you further, pull out some further clarity for you and, help you move forward. But, you know, big energies are on the way if you can just release that anxiety. My darling Geminis, I love you and I'll be back again soon.